In the great theatre of life, a person is defined not by words but by actions, not by dreams, not by promises, not by beautiful thoughts that never leave the mind, but by action itself. Seneca once said, "If a man does not know which harbour he is sailing to, no wind is favourable." That is why the Stoics did not build their lives on emotions. They built them on discipline, character, and inner duty. The first rule is discipline. Modern people often see discipline as a limitation, but for the Stoics, discipline was freedom. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." This means true control begins within. It does not matter what happens around you. What matters is how you respond. When a person learns to control themselves, they stop being a slave to their mood. They no longer act only when it feels comfortable. They do what must be done. That is how strength of character is born. Discipline is not cruelty toward yourself. It is respect for your own life. It is the ability to wake up earlier when you want to stay in bed, to continue when the path becomes difficult, to remain silent when you want to explode, to work on yourself even when nobody sees it. Every time you choose the right action over the easy one, you become stronger. The second rule is to stop postponing your life. Procrastination destroys more than time. It destroys personality. As long as a person delays action, they slowly begin to doubt themselves. They lose respect for their own words. The Stoics reminded us, time is the one thing that can never be returned. Epictetus taught that a person becomes what they do every single day. Not tomorrow, not someday in the future, but today. Many people dream about changing their lives, but they spend years without taking the first step. And the truth is that fear often disguises itself as laziness. A person says, "I'll start later," but deep inside, they are simply afraid of failure. Even a small action is better than endless thinking. The third rule is to turn good habits into a way of life. Character is not built in a single day, it is built through repetition. Every habit is a voice shaping your future. If you choose chaos every day, chaos will become your life. If you choose strength every day, strength will become your nature. The Stoics deeply valued simple daily actions: self-reflection, reading, training, controlling thoughts, gratitude, and moderation, not because it was fashionable, but because small things create destiny. Most people wait for massive motivation, but real transformation begins with small decisions repeated every day. Wake up on time, finish what you started, keep your word, do not give up. That is how inner strength is forged. The fourth rule is to turn difficulties into strength. The Stoics never asked for an easy life. They asked for resilience. Today, many people see problems as punishment, but the Stoics saw them as training for the soul. Every challenge either breaks a person or makes them wiser, and the choice always belongs to us. When life becomes difficult, true character is revealed. Epictetus was born a slave, but despite suffering, he became one of the greatest philosophers of his time. Why? Because he understood this. A person is defined not by circumstances, but by their response to them. Problems can become fuel for growth. Pain can become a source of strength. Failure can become the beginning of a new path. Sometimes the hardest seasons of life shape us into who we were meant to become. The fifth rule is to start small. People often fail to act because they look too far ahead. The goal seems too big. The road seems too difficult. They feel unprepared. But the Stoics taught, great changes begin with one small step. You do not need to change your entire life in one day. You simply need to begin. One conversation, one workout, one page read, one decision not to quit. Small actions create a great future, and while others continue waiting for the perfect moment, you are already moving forward. The sixth rule is to live through virtue. The modern world constantly pushes people to chase approval, status, attention, other people's expectations. But the Stoics asked a different question. What kind of person are you becoming? For them, the most important things were not wealth or fame, but honor, justice, courage, and wisdom. And the final rule, simplify your life. But the louder the world becomes, the weaker your inner voice grows. When you remove what is unnecessary, you begin to see what truly matters. And what truly matters is your mind. If this video made you think deeply, support it with a like and write in the comments which rule resonated with you the most.